So our goal here is to find a tangent line equation and a perpendicular line equation for this curve at x equals 3. So remember, the equation of a line is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So let's put this over here. So we're looking for y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So there's one piece of information we already know. We know that x1 is equal to 3. Okay, we can figure out y1 by plugging in x equals 3 and solving for y. So let's go ahead and do that first. So we get 4 times 3 squared plus 9y squared equals 36. Okay, 3 squared is 9, so we get 36 plus 9y squared equals 36. Okay, so then 9y squared is going to have to be 0, so y has to be 0. So we figured out that y1 equals 0. So now it's a matter of figuring out the slope. So for the tangent line, we just need to use the derivative. And then for the perpendicular line, we just need to do the reciprocal of the slope. So we'll talk about that after we find the tangent line equation. So there's our y1, there's our x1. So let's transfer over here. Let's go to a new page here. Okay, so we have 4x squared plus 9y squared equals 36. And we need to know dy dx so that we can figure out m. So we're going to implicitly derive here. So we get the derivative of 4x squared is 8x plus. The derivative of 9 blah squared is 18 blah times the derivative of blah, y prime. And the derivative of 36 is 0. So then 18 times y prime is going to equal negative 8x. So then y prime is going to equal negative 8x over 18y. So then we had determined that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 0. So that we know that our y prime then is going to be negative 8 times 0 over, 8 times 3, that's x, over 18 times 0. Remember, that was back here where we figured out what x and y were. And so that means that our slope is undefined because we're dividing by 0. This is negative 24 over 0. That's an undefined slope, which implies that it is vertical. So if we have a point at 1, 2, 3, comma 0, there it is, and we know we have a vertical slope, then how do we represent this tangent line mathematically? That is the line x equals 3. Okay. So what's perpendicular to that line at 3, comma 0? It's this line, which is just the line y equals 0. So that is our answer, x equals 3 and y equals 0. Now you may notice on the hard copy of the answer key, it shows you that this is just an ellipse. It's an equation of an ellipse. We go over 3, up 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, down 2. So this is just an ellipse. So then if we draw the tangent line, that's the vertical, x equals 3. And then if we draw the perpendicular line, okay, that's the y equals 0. So that's the real graphical representation of what's going on here. But in general, if you're trying to find the equation of a tangent line, you should use y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. You should determine x and y and determine your slope. And then if you want to do a perpendicular line, then it's just going to be y minus y1 equals the reciprocal of m, 1 over m, times x minus x1. And not just the reciprocal, but the negative reciprocal. Yeah.